Hi, today we're going to create a piece of art that has movement as part of the art. So in the end of this project you will get to move your paper and see how movement is part of the art. Okay, so let's get started. You will need a piece of paper, you will need a black marker, and you will need some crayons. Okay, so the first step is going to be to fold our paper, because in the end it's the folding that's going to create the movement. And first I'm going to have us fold the paper, then I'll tell you where to write your name. So your piece of paper right now is horizontal, meaning it's going left and right. We're going to take the top part of the paper and match it up with the bottom part. Match it as carefully as you can. And when you have the top part and bottom part matched, press it in the middle, then slide your fingers out to the left and the right. Okay, now your piece of paper has been folded in half the horizontal way. That means you have two halves of your paper, and it looks like two rectangles, the top half and the bottom half. Okay, so now I'm going to put that back down so that it's folded together, and I'm going to take just the first part here that's on the bottom, and I'm going to put it back up to the top. So I'm going to take this paper and fold it back so that it's touching the top. So match it as carefully as you can to back to the top and crease the middle. Crease it going out, and if you don't get this exactly perfect, don't worry about it, because it will still work even if you don't fold it exact. Okay, so now we have our paper folded. So in the end you will be able to open it and close it. Okay, for this next part, keep your paper folded like this and flip it over so that you are now on the back. Okay, on the back, take your marker and write your name. Okay, when you have your name written on the back, turn it over to the front again. So the front is the part that has the fold on it. Okay, now we are going to start drawing a fish. And we're going to draw it so that the paper is folded, so that when we open it, we're going to add to it. So start with your black marker again. And our fish right now, it's going to look pretty thin because our paper is horizontal and it looks pretty long and thin. I'm going to start at this part here on the left side and make the mouth of my fish using two curved lines. Keep it together so you can see that. That's my fish lips. Okay, now I am going to make a fin for the top here, right about in the middle. And I want to make the fin so it's not too big because I only have a little bit of space right here. So I'm going to make an angled line that touches the top. Okay, now I'm going to connect this angled line over to the front where the mouth of the fish is. Okay, you can use a curved line, you can use a straight line, you could make it kind of wavy if you want to. Any way you want to connect your fish over. Okay, now I'm going to make 2 fins on the bottom with 2 angled lines. So you guys know that that is also called a zigzag line because I've put 2 angled lines together. Okay, now I'm going to connect this over to where the mouth is. So think about how you're connecting it over. It's got to touch that curved line. Okay, now it looks like this, and you have a really skinny looking fish. Now we're going to go over to this side, and we're going to make our tail of the fish. And if you want your tail to look a little different than mine, you can. But I'm going to start by making a curved line that goes over the crease. Okay, so there's my crease, and my curved line is going over it. So it's part of it's above and part of it's below. Next, I'm going to make a diagonal line that comes down to touch the crease, and a diagonal line that comes up to touch the crease. Now I need the back of his body right here, so I'm going to make a curved line or a straight line, and it goes from the fin to the tail. Okay, I've got one more line to add in between the tail and these 2 bottom fins. Okay, now I've got a long skinny fish with a folded part. What's going to happen? Okay, now I'm going to add the eye, and I'm going to make it in the top half. Don't put it in the middle right here, and the reason why is because your eye will get split up into two parts of an eye if you do that. So only put it on the top part here. Circle, and a circle inside. Okay, and if you have room, you can add a little shiny spot on the eye by making another little circle inside and filling it in. Okay, now we're going to come to the part where it moves. I open up my fish really huge. Aha! Now my fish is missing some parts. This is not connected, and this is not connected. So we have to connect the tail coming down on the right side. So go from the top of the tail and connect it down. Then I need my mouth. So now my fish's mouth is open really big. So I'm going to make a big open mouth by making a big curved line. And for this, I don't want to make a straight line because I'm going to fit something in here. So I'm going to make it big and curved. So make it go curve way back like this. And then come curve out and touch the other part of the mouth. Okay, so now I've got a skinny fish and a big wide fish. Okay, and in the mouth of the big wide fish, decide what is this fish eating? It's eating something. Is it a tiny fish? Is it a little shrimp? Is it eating something else? I'm going to draw a little tiny fish here. You can follow me, or you can add your own thing that the fish is eating. Here's 2 curved lines. a little dot for the eye, a triangle for the tail, an angled line on top, and an angled line on the bottom. Okay, so far we have a big fish, a little fish in its mouth, and you can close it and open it. So when you close it and open it, that shows movement.